that Ivanka? You look just like Ivanka, which is a great compliment, actually. So we have a doctor in the White House named Dr. James Jones. Can I tell the story? And he's a great doctor, highly respected by so many people. He's helped so many people. I've had people come to the White House and they were so sick. I've had people come to the White House along with your partner. Well, you have a lot of partners. You have Walter Reed Medical Center, which I think is the best in the world. They've seen things that nobody wants to see, right? They have, doctors have told me, if you can get out of here, you've seen it all. And that's why they produce some of the best doctors in the world. Well, Dr. James Jones is a great doctor. He was the White House doctor during the Obama administration and during the Trump administration. And I guess during a little bit of those two, because we had somebody else named Doc Ronnie who actually got a glimpse of Obama in there too. Is that Doc Ronnie back there? No? Doc Ronnie did all three. And he said Trump is in the best health of all. He had Bush, he had Obama, he had Trump. He didn't have Biden. He didn't have Biden. But Dr. James went on a trip to Peru with the two Obama girls. They wanted to go hiking in Peru. Was it Peru? In Peru. And it's known for being a rather rough place in terms of physical creatures crawling around. 28,000 people die a year from a snake bite, a certain snake. It's a viper, right? It's said to be the most poisonous snake in the world. And he made a comment, and somebody else told him, that's very dangerous in that area to go hiking. And the guide said, oh, don't worry, we never see that snake. It's over-exaggerated, even though 28,000 people a year die. That's not over-exaggerated. Because when they lift the rice and the this and the that out of the water, they get hit. And if you get hit, it's automatic death. So he goes out and he's, in your last day, right? You're getting ready to come back. For 2 weeks, they're traipsing around in Peru. And he's got to follow them because he's the White House doctor. And he's with the two young ladies who I'll bet are nice. You actually said they were very nice young ladies, too. I'll bet they are. And final day, final 2 hours, he gets hit by a viper, right? This is a terrible Christmas story, but it's a hell of a story because I'll tell you what happened. He gets hit with a viper, and the viper missed him. It hit his jacket, a very thick jacket, and spread all of the venom all over the place. It went all over. But that wasn't good enough for the viper. The viper hit him a second time, and this time it got him on the arm. And so I think probably the only reason you made it, even though making it took him 2 years to make it, but they read him the last rites. He was gone on 3 different occasions. They thought he was dead. And, it takes only a minute. And because of Doc Ronnie Jackson, he knew, they called in, and he was at the White House, and he knew from the description and the location what kind of a snake it was. And they had the venom just in case. But the venom rarely works. It's so powerful, this snake. It's said to be the most poisonous. That, the black mamba, the brown mamba, and the viper from Peru. You do not want to play games, okay? And I'm telling this story because my son Don, this is a hell of a, did you hear this story, Don? And so he's being read his rights and they thought he was dead 3 times, 3 different times. They carried him out, feeding him the antivenom, and over a period of months, he was unconscious for a long time, many weeks, and he made it. I asked him, how you doing today? He said, is it perfect? Look how quiet everybody is. It's funny when you talk about snakes and things like that people find it interesting. Would anybody like to go to Peru and walk around the forest with, he says, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'll say no, thank you. But this was a real, did they ever find the snake, by the way?
They did.
Oh, they did find it? What did they do?
They took care of
You know, normally the environmentalists and the animal rights people would say, oh, leave it alone, it's such a wonderful... Okay, usually they say, leave it alone, it's such a wonderful... Leave the sharks alone, don't touch the sharks, they're wonderful, I love the sharks, right? I don't feel that way, but that's okay. Just lost about 1 vote, that's all. But, so he got better. And here's the story, the purpose of the story is that he wrote a book 9 years ago, would you say? This was 9 years ago? 3 years. The book is 3 years old. And it was okay. It sold about 2 copies. But it had a hell of a cover. And it has a cover of the White House and this vicious snake. And it is vicious. Teeth are like this, those fangs. These are not fangs you want, sucking on your arm, right? As you had. By the way, what did you do? When that snake was on your arm, you tried to get it off your arm, I guess, naturally. What was happening?
I rolled off, sir, so I don't remember it.
You mean it hit you that hard that it knocked you out immediately? It's unbelievable. So he wrote a book 3 years ago. And the book was fine. It's like every other book. It didn't sell too much, but it was interesting. But I heard the story, and I'm fascinated by stories of wildlife because I have a theory. Wildlife always wins. That's what my theory is. We can play games, I'm saying this for my son, by the way, because I have a son who would rather be in the jungle than any place on earth. When I kick the bucket someday, he'll be, I figure, Bettina, I think he'll be here for about 2 days. He'll go and pay his respects, and we'll say, where's Don? He'd rather be in some jungle or and he's a really good hunter. But remember this, wildlife always wins, unfortunately, is in this case. So what happened, Dr. Jones wrote a book, and the book was amazing. I said, I want to get that book. I got it. And the cover is unbelievable. You'll see it on Truth Social. It's on Truth Social. I put out a statement that this book is great, the story is incredible. It took him like 2 years to recover. And I think he said he's lost something, but not up here. I don't care if you've lost something physically, but as long as the head is good. Did you lose anything from the brain?
No, sir.
Good, okay, then that's all I care about. I don't give a damn about the use of your arm.
My wife might tell a different story.
Your wife just, oh, where is it? Oh, look at that, wow. Where is the wife of Dr. Jones? I just want to know, did he lose anything mentally? Because if he did, I no longer want him as my doctor. No, he's an unbelievable doctor. No, here's the bottom line. So you had this book. He gets a call 2 days ago. I put out a Truth Social yesterday. I've sold a lot of bestsellers, what I like people. I put it out, great book, picture of this viper coming like boom from the White House. And his publisher calls him, said, Doctor, what happened? What's going on? He said, we're big into, did they sell 100,000? What's the number?
100,000.
They sold 100,000 books. It's the #1 bestseller. Can you believe it? Did you know? It's the #1 best-selling book. Can you believe that? So now you're a best-selling author. Now he can quit the White House and... But anyway, he's a great doctor with that was a terrible experience. I mean, you went through hell for years, right? And the power is incredible of animals. Power is incredible. You got hit, and we take a lot of respect. The chances of living from that snake are substantially less than 1%, and that's only if you have the venom. Even if you have the venom, you don't live. And this guy's living. But I have a feeling that first blow missing, I assume there was a lot less going in, right? So, but it just, he said the good Lord saved him. I can maybe say that too. Every once in a while I get that throbbing feeling. I say, thank you very much. So we're in maybe a similar position. But you're a great doctor, and I appreciate it. I just think it's an incredible story. Go buy his book. But it's an incredible story. 100,000 books sold in a day and a half. That's incredible, right? It's an amazing story. I want to just explain a couple of things, and then I'm going to just leave by saying have a great Christmas. But our country is doing really well. We inherited a mess from Biden and the Biden administration. We had the worst inflation in